I am so unbelievably disappointed by what I have seen and heard today from the Duet Night Abyss dev team. Unbelievably so. So we're going to be talking about the recent Duet Night Abyss livestream that just happened for the Firmament Unbound Huaoshu version preview, okay? Their next new big update. And I watched part of this, or I skipped through it, because I really wanted to see if the devs had listened to what has been going on, if they're taking action against the things that have been happening the past month. And I am referring to the big major hack that happened only a couple of weeks, or what about a week ago now, that actually ended up installing malware. Yes, real Trojans, actual malware on people's PCs, okay? It was a huge deal that made a lot of people very uncomfortable to play the game. A lot of people have uninstalled, not playing the game anytime soon until they fix these problems, or maybe even at all. And I was wondering, I wonder if this gets addressed during their live stream. Because if I was a developer in their position, the number one thing I would want to do is put trust back into the players. Trust in your consumers, trust in the people, you know, that are coming spending money in the game that I am making. That would be the absolute number one thing on my mind. The first thing that I would do when it's especially as serious as this, okay? Where we're at the point where these games are being compromised and malware is being installed on your PCs just for playing. If I was in that position, I would immediately address the controversy and reassure people's minds that your account is safe, that your PCs are safe, that your devices are safe, and playing our game is risk-free. There's no point in talking about game updates if people aren't even confident to play your game in the first place. So that becomes your number one priority. Your number one, okay? You want people to actually launch the game. And to do that, you have to instill trust in them that your product at least works and is safe. Did they do that? Did the devs do this? No. No, they didn't. This has been one of the most tone-deaf live streams I've seen from one of these game companies. Absolutely disgusting. So they go through their whole live stream talking about, they don't address anything. They talk about, oh, we've got, you know, a new person on to do a song for the game. We've got new area. This guy was all dripped out. We've got stories. We've got areas. We've got new characters, Suyi. We've got all these things. Like, guys, we're adding content to the game. We're adding more rewards. We're adding like an extra like weekly event. We're doing all this stuff. Zero mention of the hack. Zero mention of instilling trust into your player base. Absolutely none. And the only time it gets mentioned is at the end of the live stream, where they talk about some QOL things and they don't even address it properly. They hand wave it away, kind of pretend that it doesn't exist. In fact, they mock it. They joke about it. The most tone deaf devs in this space. I am disappointed and I am disgusted that this is the case. I'm going to show you now my live reaction to everything that went down, and then we'll come back and have a concluding thoughts.
是我们现在也上线快半年了嘛，那么玩的时间越长，其实我们每个人的账号里面高价值的内容会越来越多。那平时如果比如说我想安利给朋友借他玩一下啊，或者说今天不在家里要去网吧或者其他地方会登录自己的账号，那其实我很担心，万一我的账号被人毁啦，这个被人偷啦，这个怎么办？所以后续我们会
How we ensure account security? Well, that's a really roundabout way of bringing it up. What if like somehow someone logs into my account? Whoa, what if that ever happened? Oh, what if someone logged into my account and installed malware on my PC? Whoa, what imagine if that ever happened.
怎么去保障就是这个玩家的账号安全呢？毕竟每一个账号其实大家都投入了很多的时间精力这些。
关于玩家这个账号的数据安全，也是我们这个游戏开发的重中之重。所以我们进一步保证大家的账号和账号内的资产安全呢，在新版本中增设了2级密码功能，在设置中打开2级密码的选项。
A secondary password that A secondary password. A secondary password. A secondary password.
进行设置6位数字的密码即可完成设置。同时，考虑到游戏体验，在设置中新增了选项，每次登录只验证首次验证操作。开启后呢，每次登录游戏只有首次進行敏感操作時才驗證2級密碼，後續就無需重複驗證了，既保證了安全，又不。
So, it's a secondary password for your assets in the actual game. It's not even to log in. It's a secondary password for you to be able to like delete shit or move shit from assets in your game. That's not what people want. That addresses nothing that happened. That addresses not, okay, oh yeah, what if I'm in an internet cafe and someone wants to like ruin my account? Oh, okay, if they do manage to log into your account, they have to import another password to delete shit. That's not the problem. And this also looks like it's fucking annoying. It's not even proper two-factor authentication. What? Just have 2FA.
会影响大家的游戏体验。
那文森老师，这个
They're like, oh, it's okay. You only have to do it once, and then like it won't bother you again for a certain amount of time. Oh my god.
2级密码目前的这个验证范围啊，目前会包含游戏内的哪些系统呢？
目前游戏内的核心资产操作都是敏感操作，比如角色强化、武器升级、魔灵培养等。后续我们会根据大家使用后的反馈以及数据，对功能进行逐步的扩展。总的来说，2级密码是一个实用且必备的安全功能，既能有效的保护。
But what about the malware that gets installed on your PC because your actual servers get fucking hacked? Yeah, I don't care about my fucking Genie mons when I'm getting Trojans installed in my fucking program files. Like,
大家的游戏资产又不会影响游戏体验，我们建议大家在版本更新后尽快开启，为自己的账号安全呢加上一道双重保险。
这个更新挺好的，虽然有一点点这个跟热点的嫌疑啊，但其实我们做这个的初衷是希望大家不要因为误操作造成不必要的损失。
是的。
prevent losses from misoperation. So this feels like, oh shit, what if we get hacked again? Or like, what if shit happens again and people actually get their stuff like deleted? We have to make sure that that doesn't happen first. Like, I get it. They're trying to be like, oh, okay, we'll just make sure that you can't delete your stuff without another password. Just in case it happens again. Just in case it happens, your stuff's protected. That's like, okay, I get it. Sure. That's probably the quickest and easiest thing for them to do, right? Like, that's the quickest way for them to protect customers or consumers. Like, I get that. But then address the actual issue that happened. Like, okay, fine, you did this, and it will have its place. Okay, but address the actual core problem of how someone managed to do it in the first place. At least make note of it. Address it. Bring it up.
对的，我们做这个之前，这个热点还没出现呢。其次呢，我们还对密函商店做了优化。随着角色、武器、魔之鞋越来越多，大家在购买的时候无法快速确认自己需求数量。现在大家可以通过勾选
Oh my god, they've already moved on. They've already moved on. They already moved on.
武器的熔炼等级、角色的数源等级，在购买的时候可以更快的确认自己的需求数量了。
终于不用在各个界面就来回切换，然后去计算，哎，我还要去购买多少个这个密函了。
然后我们这次也对射击镜头的距离进行了优化，在设置中新增了动态和固定两个选项。
That was it? That was it? That was it. I'm so fucking disappointed. I'm so disappointed in this like developer response to that whole issue. Like beating around the bush, pretending, not wanting to jump on a hot topic. Sorry, it's not like it's just controversial drama. It's the safety of your own users and player base. Oh, it's okay, we have secondary passwords, so at least your stuff won't get deleted if we get hacked again. Yes, you might have made some statement on Twitter. I would have liked to have heard it from the actual devs' mouths themselves. Take some in-person accountability, reassure people properly. This is not reassuring to people that you're actually taking steps to fix the core issue that you are doing. And then to bury it at the end of the live stream as well is crazy. You would have gained so much more respect. So much more respect if you addressed it immediately from the beginning and said some crazy statement about how you're fixing this going forward. That would have been a W devs listen moment. Bro, they could have so easily have had a devs listen moment. But it seems like this is devs didn't listen. This response, maybe unintentionally, seems like it shows why hacks could happen in the first place. It doesn't sound like that big of a concern on their mind. No, exactly, right? It doesn't seem like it would be a big fucking deal to them. But this is just like fucking unacceptable. But like, why does DNA have an issue with taking accountability quickly? When they had their first hack, it was around Chinese New Year. It took them a while to respond. When the second hack happened with the whole Trojan situation and the malware, it took them a while to respond as well. Like, why do the devs not care? Why are they so slow to respond? That is the number one way to kill your game. The number one way is not having good enough communication. You've got to have trust. People want, the only way you survive is by people spending money in your game. And as soon as they feel like their data is at risk, you bet your ass they are not going to be giving any of their payment information to you. Oh, absolutely not. No after happened with Arliss Enfield, with a malware hack with DNA. You bet your ass people will be so much more unwilling to part with their cash, give you any kind of payment info, or any kind of personal details for that matter for this game. They hyped everyone up as the first gacha to remove character gacha, got people to have trust in them, then lost half that trust by doing nothing with the first hack. Now they've lost all trust after doing nothing about the second hack. No, that's exactly right. They built trust with their audience, being like, we're not like the others. We're not like the others, we're different. We're different, we do it better because we care about you, right? Like, we want to be... No, it turns out you were doing it just to score virtue points, apparently. Yeah, it seems like you don't actually care about what the people want. You just care about what makes you look the best to the competition. Maybe actually giving a fuck about your users' own security should be, I don't know, maybe #1 priority on your list. Just a thought. Just a thought. It seems like people in the comment section right now didn't catch that the devs did in fact acknowledge the most recent malware hack in the stream. They just didn't address it properly. No, they didn't! They did not! They did not acknowledge the hack at all! Is this person high? Is this person high? They never explicitly mentioned the malware hack. They just mentioned about account security. They didn't actually mention the hack at all. Let me be clear firstly though. I do not condone how they didn't address it. I am Chinese, so I can understand what they were saying. When they were talking about the enhanced security part with the secondary password, they did bring up the most recent attack, even going as far as joking about it slightly by the glasses dude. They referred to the fiasco as hot topic, but aside from taking a jab at it, they didn't even address it on this stream. Not only did they not address it, they made a joke about it.
Such tone deafness is insane, not to mention they're getting greedier and greedier it seems. Not even a gesture of goodwill like free limited pulls or something. In fact, the compensation for the most recent malware attack wasn't limited pulls to begin with until the backlash happened. You devs are so stingy. Oh my god, comment saved.
I genuinely don't know how a dev team that apparently has like a lot of money backing it, they seem to have this production value, whatever it is, to output this kind of content, just fails to recognize like marketing 101, which is player trust, your consumer trust. It's the number one thing that you should be taking care of. And having this nonchalant, not caring attitude, not really addressing things head on like you kind of should be, is just kind of detrimental to your overall business philosophy. It's a real shame, and I hope this message gets across to someone over there to do better, because right now this is not enough. People want direct accountability, direct responsibility, and a plan of action of how you're going to change things in the future that isn't just like a post on Twitter, okay? It deserves more than that. The people deserve more than that. The people who've been playing your game, continuing to play all this time, deserve better than that. And that's really all I have to say on the matter. I'm not really going to drag this out for too long. Talking about this actually kind of makes me angry. It really does, because we're at the point where people's accounts and whole systems are now, you know, not secured by playing this game. It's a game. It shouldn't happen. This should never happen. So I appreciate y'all. I'm live every single day from 12 p.m. UK time, 7 a.m. EST. Come along, come say hi, all that good stuff. Make sure to like, comment, and importantly, subscribe. We're trying to hit 30K. Thank you all so much for being so supportive recently. It means a lot to me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.